Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I've got to be honest, I wasn't going to record any more videos today. I had recorded some this weekend that I was going to drop that I worked hard on. I had my beloved partner Israel with me in classes throughout Monday, and she got to see what my normal day is kind of like. I think it would amaze the average viewer of this channel. All that I go through on a daily basis as a college professor, from teaching 3 different classes to writing letters of recommendation to sending emails with signups for interviews. So much goes into it, but I love it. And I've been doing that for at least twice as long as I've done YouTube. So it's kind of my thing, you know. It's kind of my thing. So with that being said, my beloved Mama Bear, who is not my mother, just a friend. She's way too young to be my mom, but because her name is Mama Bear, she approached me about this offer that I didn't see. This is currently my only ascended 6-star. If I wanted to say, ascend Dr. Doom, I would need 200 Tier 2 Primordial Dust. Now, up until this point, this was the only way that you could get Tier 2 Dust, by clearing content. It was a content-related mission. It was not a cash grab. It was not something you could just swipe the credit card. Now, I did say that Cyber Week, I predicted, would be another opportunity to buy Tier 2 Primordial Dust, and you need 200 of it. And that is not easy to get. The final 20 was really difficult to get because you had to complete, it was like 30, you had to win like 30 Battlegrounds matches, something crazy. So, 200 Tier 2 Primordial Dust to ascend to 6-star. Just keep that in mind, because when you jump to the same Kabam website store that it takes to get your daily crystal, you will see what? 2 things. The daily crystal and, by the way, this is below the daily specials in case you're wondering. And you'll see Tier 2 Primordial Dust. 25 Tier 2 Primordial Dusts for 40 American dollars. That is before taxes. That is before fees have been considered. That is certainly before the conversion rate of countries like Canada and India and Australia factor in. This is probably closer to or even above $50 of your currency. So let's say that you bought both Tier 2 Primordial Dust bundles a week, because as you can see, this is available weekly 2 out of 2 times. So I'm just going to assume every week you can buy it twice. I feel like that's kind of accurate. No clickbait or anything there. So if you buy it twice a week, you get 50 Tier 2 Primordial Dust for doing 0 content whatsoever. I think this is going to enrage some people, because this is another example of Kabam monetizing something that they rewarded players initially for actually playing the game. This is one of those cases where you could not do anything in the game. You could be allianceless, meaning no alliance quests, no alliance war. You could just be playing the game casually. And you could buy this, twice a week? So we're talking about 8 times a month? If you buy this twice a week, 8 times a month, guess what? You have 200 Tier 2 Primordial Dust. So this allows you per year, assuming it doesn't change and you can keep buying this twice a week, 12 ascended 6 stars. 12 a year without clearing any content. Literally, it's just $80 a week. Now, when I say just $80 a week, that's a lot of money for a lot of people. So don't hear me say that and think he is being some elitist that is totally underselling how much money that is, or overselling how difficult that is for the average spender. I mean, $80 a week is $320 a month. So if you are going to do that, we're talking about Kabam just took part of a currency at $320 a month that would net them, for serious players, an extra 3,840 American dollars per year of purchases that they've never made in the game, plus the fees, plus the currency conversion rates. That is wild. Just absolutely wild. And yet that has changed the economy of the game forever. Because now, unless you give out Tier 2 Primordial Dust more, if you've got the money, what is your incentive to clear a whole crazy amount of content, including Battlegrounds fights and Lord knows what else, for the same or less Tier 2 Primordial Dust than your credit card? And I think Kabam is going to say, yeah, that's our point. Anytime we introduce a new item or currency into the game, we are trying to make money. And look, when I say that, I'm not trying to blame them for it. They're a for-profit company. They should want to make money. But this is a game changer. And I don't want to purchase it. And I maybe won't purchase it, but I'll be tempted to. Certainly, the way that they've done Ascension now, if you're going to spend money on the early access bundles, why not just spend that money on this? It's guaranteed value, and everybody who's at the top of the Paragon list has to have a countless amount of 6 stars they'd love to ascend. So those champions on your roster are guaranteed to be there. They're already there. But the Tier 2 Primordial Dust isn't. And unlike other aspects of the game, you just need the Tier 2 Dust to ascend. You don't need 5 other things, which makes it even more valuable. So Mama Bear, thank you for opening my eyes up to this. It has changed the game forever. I don't know if I love it, but I'm not surprised by it. It was inevitable. It was Thanos. It was inevitable, and now we'll just have to see what the community thinks. It's really big news. This is huge news. But is it for the better? Let me know in the comments below. Either way, for those people who felt like this was already becoming more of a cash grab, this is not going to help inspire those people to think differently. This is just going to be more of the same.